Hey Sagittarius, Capricorn, Happy New Year. We're checking out your January 2019. I'm sorry, it's your New Year 2019, which is kind of encompassing the whole year. Unfortunately, it won't be super accurate by the end of the year, but what happens is your own free will and other people's free will and all these situations kind of take over and things will change by the end of the year. But for probably the next 3 months or so, this will resonate in some way. We're going to take an animal spirit guide to start. So this is your animal spirit guide for 2019. It's manatee. Accept the situation as it is rather than fighting to change it. So that's a pretty powerful message. I think often we're always trying to change things, especially things that aren't in our control, and they never will change, and we get frustrated and we kind of give up on other things because of it. So best thing to do is accept it. And sometimes it's even better than trying to let it go, because I feel like that's a really mature way to go, is to just accept it and not even have to let it go, because there is a lot of good about clearing things, but then there's a thing like if you clear everything, then you're going to end up alone. So you kind of got to pick your battles or something like that. That's kind of energy I'm getting from that card. So do watch for manatees. I'm not sure where you would see them, but if you are referenced manatee, just be very aware of what you were thinking at the time that you see that reference. So we're going to start off with the main theme of your reading for 2019. You have the Storm and the Five of Cups in the reverse. So it almost feels like something's going to happen that's storm-like. So whether that's an emotional outburst or an actual physical storm or something along those lines, there's going to be some loss and some maybe even regret. But it's not quite as bad as you think it is. It may be that you're taking it out of proportion here. Okay, and because I can already see them, I need to bring in what the underlying energies are. Normally I don't do it till the end of the reading, but I really need to bring this into perspective for you guys because of what I can see. So, you do have the Three of Pentacles as an underlying energy for tarot and for the cloud. Oh. Okay, there's, oh my gosh. You guys, oh my gosh. Okay. I'm really going to say right away, if something's being blown out of proportion, stop right now, because look at the next couple cards here. This is your first underlying energy, this one comes next, this one comes next. It doesn't look good, guys, so don't blow something out of proportion right now, because look, you had the Three of Pentacles underlying, and you have the big. So it's like the big commitment, the big contract, the big job, the big business, the big something. There's going to be a storm involved, and you're going to feel lost because of this. Especially if something's blown out of proportion. So I want to just keep reiterating that. Ugh. Okay, I'm going to set this down. I just feel like one person is going to end up taking this very emotionally, maybe personally, and they shouldn't take it personally. Especially if it's business that, say, is having to close or downsize or something along those lines. Could even be like, yeah, going out of business or selling to another business, something along those lines. Again, this can be directly related to a relationship as well. So, okay. So your next cards, this is your opening message for 2019. Magician and the Wave. So this is telling me you really need to work on your emotions and maybe possibly manipulate them in some way. Not other people's, but I think your own. So if this is all getting you down like big time, then you really need to figure out a way to manipulate your own emotions to a better outcome or a better feeling, or do you know what I mean? So this may be directly telling you to use magic to wash away certain things in your life. So to me that would be using the power of positive thinking to change your situation. Of course, there's several different ways to use magic, so you do that however which way you desire, but just always watch out because some have consequences, I guess is what I'm going to say. So, this is the actions you need to take in 2019. You've got the Shield and the Four of Swords in the reverse. So, with the Shield here and the Four of Swords in reverse, I feel like you need to protect yourself because you could fall on a sword. So I know that sounds silly, but like I kind of feel like that's what is literally depicted in the picture. So definitely shield yourself, and I feel like you not only need to shield yourself physically, but also spiritually, mentally, emotionally, especially spiritually in this particular aspect. But it feels like there may be energy vampires around. It could be literally your own negative thoughts. And that's only coming up because I had mentioned that slightly earlier, that you should use the power of positive thinking. So the swords can be about thoughts, and I find this particular card is kind of a negative card. So negative thoughts. Yeah, you need to shield yourself from all things negative at this time. Don't blow things out of proportion. This could be telling you to even take some time out and I don't know, if you were prone to outburst, I would say lock yourself up and don't let yourself out for a little bit. Now, that's not necessarily literal, but you know what I mean. Like, if you know some particular situation is going to make you react in a certain way, maybe you just need to take some time and rethink how you want to actually go about addressing that situation. So, now we have obstacles for 2019. You have the Sweet and Two of Pentacles. So, obstacles. Looks like you may be juggling possibly relationships. You may be juggling money at this time and trying to please someone, and you're having a hard time doing it because of that. They are the apple of your eye, so you want to impress them, but you're maybe not holding your own at this time. So you gotta, I don't know, maybe just talk to this person and find out what's most important to them. Because if you're the most important, it doesn't matter how much money you have. But if money is the most important to them, then maybe it's not meant to be at this time. But there's turbulence in the background because of all of this, I want to say money play, which whatever that means to you. So I'm going to put this down here. Okay, so closing message for 2019. You have the flower and, oh neat, the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, so to me this is like a full-on yin and yang right away. Because she's in her flower garden in the reverse card and the flower is in her flower gardens, and it's like yin and yang to me. So I feel like there's going to be a lot of ups and downs, but there's going to be time to enjoy life and whatnot, and there's going to be times that you need to get to work and get these things off the ground. I was also going to say off the road. Is that ever weird? So there's also a feeling of what goes around comes around with the yin and yang energy. This could be basically you finding out that if you were juggling to try and keep this person happy, then they are happy and they want to be with you and they want to make you happy too. So that's super positive energy there. And I think once you find this I want to call it an ecology or an environment or something like that, where because all the things are good on this side, things are good on this side, and it just keeps cycling around. So it's a little bit of give and take from both. It's making sure energy is put into both sides, that kind of a thing. It looks really super positive, actually. So that's a great closing message for you guys for the end of the year, or sorry, end of 2019. Although, again, I said it's probably not going to be super resonating by the end of the year. So, however far this resonates for you, it looks pretty decent. It looks like things come together really well. And so I think if you were worried about blowing things out of proportion, I think you can see here that the proportions are pretty fair. It looks like things are going to work out for everyone involved. So I do want to go back quickly to this because there could be the juggling of two people, which then I see here the two people. And they're equally as good, right? I think. That's what I feel like, is they're equally as good, and it's hard to choose. Like, you keep going back and forth and you're not sure. So it's an interesting feeling in that sense too. So I don't suggest staying in that energy too long though, because one of those two will eventually blow out of proportion. Now, I think that's good for now. I will let you go and have a great New Year's.